Hey everybody, what's up? Andrew here with Just Diesels, and today we are back again with the OBS with a build update. So, last time you guys saw this truck, it was on a set of 17 by 8.5 method double standards. It was a machine finished wheel with a 305/70/17. Now that was as big of a tire as I thought I could fit on this truck at stock height. I really don't want to lift this truck. I like the practicality of it fitting through drive-thrus and stuff, but I want to see if I can cram a little bit bigger tire under there. So, surprise, surprise, I actually got it to fit. But before I get too carried away telling you guys how I made this fit, let's see what it looks like first. Cut to epic B-roll. Boom. All right, so let's get a little bit more of the specs on this setup. Now this is a 0 offset 4.75 backspace 1552 Traverse HD wheel. This wheel is offered in this bronze color and black. I opted for the bronze because it gives kind of a more modern look to the truck, right? Bronze is kind of a color that's caught on recently, and it has just kind of a modern feel, but this wheel has a very classic design that complements the body lines on this truck really well. At least I think it does. So I was really excited to see how this wheel would look on this truck. If you're trying to figure out wheel specs for your truck, a little bit tip that I've learned is that you have to go off of the backspace number. So everyone always likes to talk about offset, but offset's actually dependent on the wheel width. So if you have a 8.5-inch wheel or a 9-inch wide wheel, that same offset number, right, a 0 offset, will have a completely different fit on the truck. So what you want to actually go off of is the backspace number. So in this case, it's 4.75 backspace. Now that number is going to be constant across any wheel width. So whether you're looking at a crazy 12 wide setup or something more mild like an 8.5 like this, that backspace number is going to be constant, and that will actually give you a better idea of whether or not those wheels will fit and how they're going to fit. So as you can see with the 4.75 backspace on this truck, it's actually the perfect look, right? It has a little bit of poke, so it's aggressive. It has kind of that off-road look, but it's not stanced out. It's nothing crazy. If you are looking for your own personal truck, try and go off that backspacing number. And I personally have found that 4.75 backspace fits really well on these OBS trucks. That's actually pretty handy because 0 offset 4.75 backspace is a very common spec for 17-inch wheels. So whether you're looking at methods, these 1552s, or any other really common 17-inch wheel, that spec's going to fit perfect. Now for tires, originally I had a 305/70/17 as I said before, but I had a feeling I could go a little bit bigger. So I threw on these 35 12.5/17 Toyo RT tires. Now to make them fit, all you have to do is a little bit of trimming and a little bit of bumper spacing. Now, before you get mad at me, nothing crazy. On the front of these OBS bumpers, there's a little tag at the very bottom, right at the corner of the bumper. Now that little lip has to come off to clear pretty much any tire. So I had to trim that off just to fit my 305/70/17s last time. I used an angle grinder and did a very safe cut, and then went back with a flat disc and finished it off and really followed the lines of the bumper. So you cannot tell if this bumper is trimmed unless you know these bumpers really, really well. There's no seam of beaver, there's no massive hack, nothing like that. Now to fit these 35 by 12.5, I also had to do bumper spacers. It ended up being about 4 millimeters of bumper spacers, and I didn't film that process, but it's really easy. These bumpers are held on by 4 bolts. Basically just unbolt those 4 bolts, pull the bumper off, and then throw about 4 millimeters of spacers, whatever you need, in between the bumper and the frame of the truck. Throw the bumper back on, bolt it up, and you're good to go. It's very easy, and you can play with it a little bit too. So maybe you need to do 5 millimeters or something, but it's very easy and quick to do, so you can make stuff fit. Now this setup does not rub at all unless I go to absolute full lock, and then the tire will just kiss the leaf spring on the truck. But I don't really mind about that. I'm never really going to full lock, and the leaf spring won't get hurt if the tire rubs it. Now the bumper, it's another story. So I want to make sure it didn't hit any of that or any of the body parts on this truck. But for those of you guys wondering, you can fit a 35 by 12.5 on an OBS truck. If you have an F-250, the TTB front end sit lower than the solid axle that's on the F-350 Powerstroke trucks. But if you do have an F-350, you can clear a 35 by 12.5 with very minimal work. So I hope this video helps you guys. I hope you learned a little bit about wheel specs, and Hope you guys enjoyed seeing the truck on a new wheel and tire setup. I do have a new set of wheels actually coming for this truck. These are a temporary set that I borrowed from my 3rd gen, but I custom ordered a set of new wheels, so that should be pretty cool. They're still very classic. I'm going back to the machine finish. So yeah, we'll hang on for that one. So in the meantime, I have a bunch of other really cool videos coming. I am about to install a set of CP Addict fog light brackets on here, and that lets me fit 4 LED pods in the front bumper of this truck. I'll be using 2 Squadron Pros from Baja Designs and 2 Squadron SAEs from Baja Designs, so I'll make a video on that coming up. Thank you guys so much. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. I appreciate all the support on this channel. It's been really awesome. I really enjoy talking with you guys in the comments, so thank you so much, you guys, for all the support, and I will catch you on the next video.